evening, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings and welcome to a night of horror and suspense. Broadcasting from the WSE studios and through the sponsorship of the Happy Guy Atomic Products, St. Charles East Theater presents Dracula, a radio play written by Philip Grisham based on the stage play and on the ageless novel by Bram Stoker. I'm your host, Andrew Bialis. Our story begins in a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor. Tonight in the studio, we have a very special guest with us. He's the president and founder of the Happy Guy Atomic Products, Professor Ivan D. Lovecraft. Good evening, Professor. Welcome to the studio tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm very happy to be here.
Before we start tonight's show, would you like to tell us a little bit about your wonderful company?
Well, Andrew, having grown up living over an old antique shop in a back alleyway of a mysterious and secretive European city, I was instilled with a delight at the potential magic and wonder that I was certain inhabited the world. But, other than the consistent mist that surrounded the shop, the sudden burst of varying choral music and the daily uncertainty of what our dark alleyway was our actual address, the world was never quite as magical as I envisioned. As a teen, I dabbled in the occult or the necromantic arts, as all teens do, but it wasn't until I finished my time at the university that I realized my true destiny... true calling, if you will. I realized that the true magic power came not from the outside world, but from the inside. I would harness the power of the atom and release it onto the planet. So, I came to America and created Happy Guy Atomic Products Company. And the rest is, as they say, will be history.
Well, Professor, that is quite the origin story. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your generous sponsorship of our program. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our story. Turn out your lights and move closer to the glow of your radio dial as WSE Radio presents Dracula.
Frightening, is it not? The raw power of the thunderstorm. Primitive man fears it, but you and I, we have explained it with our modern science. Still, there are many things we cannot explain, and these are always with us. They are with you now. Even now you feel them stealing up behind you. You feel them as they stroke the back of your neck, never quite touching. There, you feel it? You dare not look, for if you do, they will know. But you feel them. You feel the fingers of smoke as they brush so close. They taunt you, dare you to turn and look into their hellish eyes, only inches from your own. The hair rises on the back of your neck. A chill passes through your body. You feel them. But you do not see. Because the beacon of science creates deep shadows. And they hide in these shadows. And they laugh that you do not believe. They wait. Always they wait until you are alone. All alone in the dark. There, listen. They whisper your name. Did you hear? They know your name. But of course, I forget. You do not believe. It is only imagination, eh? Perhaps. Or perhaps it is the vampire. I am Dr. Abraham Van Helsing, and I've long followed the trail of the vampire. It lives on for centuries, draining the blood, the life from its victims, causing them also to become vampires. And this is our story, the story of a small band of mortals who face the most powerful vampire of them all. It has been known by many names: Strigoi, Vutrek, Ordog, Kokol, Rolok, Nosferatu, Vampire, and Dracula. It began in the year 1888 in Whitby, England. The Dr. Jacqueline Seward had established a small sanitarium.
Come in.
Excuse me, Dr. Seward, ma'am. Oh, I was wondering if you was done with your dinner tray?
Yes, of course, Bertie. Over there on the desk.
Yes, ma'am. You're almost out of wine, ma'am. I'll bring another bottle.
Thank you.
What? You ain't touched a thing.
I'm not very hungry this evening.
Ain't Mr. Lucas any better, ma'am?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, if there's anything
Thank you, Bertie.
I'll take your dinner tray then.
Thank you.
Good night then, ma'am.
Good night.
Just awful. Poor Dr. Seward, she just...
Boo!
Ah! Williams, and now look what you've done. You're paying for these dishes.
Was you, George,
Was you made me? Now help me clean up here.
All right.
Surprised the doctor ain't out here. Made enough noise to wake the dead.
Take a lot more than a few broken dishes to bring it to. She's been sitting there all day, not moving, just staring off into space, thinking. There, that's got it all up.
I'll have you sweep for wee bits.
You seen anything of Renfield?
The one that eats spiders.
Most like a spider herself. Skinny, scurrying little beggar. Gotta find her before somebody misses her. Keep your eyes open.
It's your job to watch, not mine. But I'll keep me eyes open all the same. Now, who could that be at this hour? Coming? I said I'm coming. Yes?
Is this the sanitarium? Dr. Seward Sanitarium?
It is?
Is Dr. Seward in?
Well, of course she's in on a night like this. Where else would she be? Come back tomorrow at a decent hour.
She's expecting us.
Storm's coming up. Better come in then.
Thank you. Where are the Harkers? John and Mina.
Oh, Mr. Lucas talks about you a lot.
How is Lucas?
Not so good, ma'am. Wasting away.
So, where's Jacqueline?
Upstairs in her office.
May we see her?
Yes, ma'am. This way.
Come in.
Dr. Seward, ma'am, there's some people here to...
Jonathan, Mina, come in.
We came the moment we received your wire.
Mina, you've never looked lovelier. John, there's wine over there. Would you care for some?
Of course. Mina,
Please.
I see you've done some work on the place.
I have.
How long since you moved in here? 2, 3 years?
2 years this month.
Well, you're a bit low on wine.
There's more coming.
Good.
It's perfect, isn't it?
The wine?
Hardly.
You know what I mean. This building.
I owe that to John. His law firm found it and sold to the purchase.
Oh, it's ever so much better than the old building.
Well, come back to work for me, Mina. You were the best nurse I ever had.
She is retired.
No, darling. I married and went into private practice looking after you.
Lucas once told me that when you were children, you were always nursing injured birds back to health.
She still does.
Jacqueline, is Lucas any better?
Worse each day. That's why I brought him here to the sanitarium. Here I have the staff and equipment to monitor his health.
The wedding?
Postponed.
His illness. Have you diagnosed it?
No, I have no idea what it is. He gets weaker every day, periodically slips into some sort of trance-like state. He's taken to
That
sleepwalking
can
and...
be dangerous. You know what the
Yes,
house
the
came-
cliffs, the harbor.
Well, isn't there anything?
There's got to be. I've cabled Van Helsing.
Abraham Van Helsing. Oh, from Amsterdam? In medical school, you
Studied
worked with
under him, yes.
Yeah, the London papers have been quoting from his books on ritual murder.
Oh.
Yeah, with the Ripper murders being in Whitechapel.
Oh, of course.
So, Van Helsing's coming here then?
Yes, I expect him at any time. He sent this ahead.
A necklace?
A crucifix.
It's exquisite. Slavic.
Transylvanian, I think.
Let me see.
More wine, ma'am?
Thank you, buddy. Put it over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, this is probably Transylvanian. I saw something like it when I was there.
He wanted Lucas to wear this.
At all times, according to his note. Said he shouldn't be without it.
Why?
Can't imagine.
Well, he's not wearing it now.
He won't touch it.
May I see him?
Birdie, is Lucas awake?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you take Mrs. Harker to see him, please?
Yes, ma'am. This way, ma'am.
Thank you.
You've lost some weight, John.
Yes. Mina told you, didn't she?
She might have mentioned.
I asked her not to trouble you. Well, as you know, a few months ago I journeyed to Transylvania. A client of ours, a nobleman, wanted to purchase some property here in Whitby.
Go on.
Now, I remember the coach ride through the Bagra Pass, and arriving at our client's castle, and then nothing. 3 weeks just gone.
Gone.
Gone. I awoke in a Budapest hospital bed. I'd been found on a train, delirious, raving, and burning with fever.
What could have happened that caused such illness?
I have no idea. But lately, I've been having these dreams, and Jacqueline, did you know your sanitarium was part of an old monastery?
Yes, of course. The old abbey across the way, too. But what
Carfax
does...
Abbey. Yeah, yes. Can we see it from this balcony? Oh, that's quite a drop.
Sense of vertigo, eh?
Definitely.
That balcony faces out over the sea. We're on a cliff, remember? The abbey's in the other direction.
Yes, well, you see, we never imagined for a moment that the abbey would sell. So that's why we divided the property.
What does this have to do with...
The nobleman I spoke of, she purchased the abbey.
Well, the land is worth something, certainly. She plans to build?
She plans to live on it.
In the abbey?
In the abbey, just as it stands, lives in it now and has for several weeks.
Well, it's nothing but a ruin. All dust and cobwebs and broken walls. I've never seen anyone over there.
Oh, she's there.
Well, who is this person?
Goes by the name of Count Dracula.
Didn't latch tightly.
My fault. I'll get it. That sounds almost like a wolf.
Some of the townspeople swear they've seen wolves in Larple Wood.
But there haven't been wolves in here
No,
since
of course not. Just a large dog.
Or several. There. It's latched this time. Sorry.
No damage. Quite a storm brewing. Unusual number of storms recently.
Yeah, with the storms and the dogs howling all night. How do you sleep?
Fitfully. Who is it? Come in. Renfield!
Ha! Good evening, Dr. Seward. I'm afraid I can't stay long.
Yes, I imagine Mr. Williams is looking for you.
Jacqueline, should I...
Quite all right, John. Staff has been alerted.
I've been trying to get to you to tell you something important, but I don't quite remember. Perhaps it was to warn you. Yes, that must be it. Warn about the fellow in the next room over from mine. He's mad, you know.
Oh.
Oh yes, quite mad. Possessed by demons.
Demons?
It is the season for them.
Excuse me, Governor. Did you ring the... Oh, there you are.
Please show Miss Renfield back to her room.
Yes, ma'am. With pleasure, ma'am.
No, not now. Not yet. He wants to take away my spiders. My nice little spiders.
Spiders?
Yes, ma'am. You see, ma'am...
You said I should get rid of the flies, not to eat the flies, so I had to catch the spiders. Don't you see? It wouldn't be right to let the flies go, wouldn't be right. So I'm feeding them to the spiders. All the flies will be gone soon, all gone. Flies fly into spiders. All gone soon, very soon.
The spiders.
Nice spiders, fat black spiders. I collect them, I feed them.
Well, I don't think...
And then I eat them. Oh, but spiders are good, very good. They are the life, strong life, and they give life to me.
Williams, take Miss Renfield back to her room and remove the spiders.
No, I'll stop. I won't eat the spiders. No more spiders, no more. They are good, very good, but small game, too small. I beg you, let me keep them a bit longer, just a bit, and then I'll dispose of them.
That's a promise?
A promise? Yes, a promise, but I won't free them. I've caught a little sparrow, only this afternoon. A little sparrow. It flew to my windowsill for breadcrumbs, and I reached out slowly, and I had it. But I didn't squeeze. Oh no, very gently, a new pet. I shall tame it and feed it on spiders. It shall be my sparrow, my fat little sparrow. Soon I shall have more sparrows, all singing and growing fat. Perhaps I shall, might I ask a favor?
A favor?
Oh, a great favor of the great Dr. Seward.
And that is?
A kitten! A little kitten that I can play with and teach and feed and feed and feed.
There go the sparrows.
I'm sorry, Miss Renfield.
Oh, please, I must have a kitten. My salvation depends on it. A kitten, a pretty little kitten to feed.
Get her a tiger and make us all happy.
Show Miss Renfield back to her room, please.
Yes, ma'am.
My kitten? Shall I have my kitten? My kitten, my little...
I'm sorry, no!
Jacqueline, look out!
Oh!
She's got a knife!
You got her, Doctor. She's out like a light. Good job if I might say so, ma'am. Just one punch and
Take her back to her room, Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am. Come on, let's get up now.
You'll pay, Seward. You'll all pay.
Back to your room now. We'll see if we can find you something that don't move while you're trying to eat it.
The Master is at hand. The time is coming. Make Master's path straight. Master is the mightiest of mighty. Master will baptize you with fire. The Master is at hand. The time is coming.
Jacqueline, are you all right? That knife, she
Caught me
cut
on
you
the wrist.
You're bleeding. Here.
No,
let me,
it's fine, John. I'll wrap my handkerchief around it. It's nothing. And this knife,
a letter opener.
yes, from my own desk. I shouldn't leave such things lying about, but the patients don't have access to this floor. In theory, anyway.
I believe she tried to bite you.
Yes.
Are all your patients like that?
No. Renfield's an interesting case. Just lately, she's been collecting lives.
Lives?
For a time, she collected flies, and then spiders, and now it's birds. Each creature a step higher on the scale, a larger soul, worth more to her. You can imagine the fate she had in store for the kitten.
What a horrible thought.
I wonder what value she'd put on a man's soul.
Jacqueline! Lucas is not in his room and the front door is standing open!
Quickly, John, outside, before he reaches the cliffs!
Will they get to Lucas in time, or will they plummet to the sea and rocks below? We'll find out after a short word from our sponsor.
What's the matter, George? You've barely touched your pot roast and mashed potatoes, and those are your favorite. Are there lumps?
No, dear. Dinner was perfectly adequate. It's just this everyday stress. Between Henderson breathing down my neck at work, the local sports team in the basement, and those darn commies, I've just got too much on my mind.
No worries, sweetie. Let me just add some Professor Lovecraft's restorative atomic powder to your Manhattan. Now drink it all up.
Are you sure? It smells a bit like a graveyard.
No, silly. Happy Guy Atomic Products and the Professor harvest only the finest part of the atom to create a better world. That's the smell of progress. Now drink up. There. Don't you feel better already?
Yes. Much better now. What's a communist?
Exactly.
I feel focused. I feel content. I feel purposeful. Thank you, wife.
Don't thank me. Thank Professor Lovecraft and Happy Guy Atomic Products.
Yes, Professor.
Professor Lovecraft's restorative atomic powder. Side effects may include blind obedience, free will deficiency, and cranial obsession. Any rumor of zombie-like behavior is thoroughly exaggerated, slanderous, and will be met with immediate legal action. Happy Guy Atomic Products. The future is coming. And now, we return you to tonight's production of Dracula.
Jacqueline Seward and John Harker dashed out into the raging storm, searching for Lucas Westenra. The wind and rain cut into their faces, sought out their eyes. They screamed Lucas's name to the raging void, and the words came rushing back with the force of lent-up substance that brought pain. They were as lost men into Stygian darkness. And then the world was restored in lightning, and there he was, standing high on the cliff, leaning out over the abyss. Hundreds of feet below, the churning waters of the sea beckoned. Beside him stood a dark form, darker even than the night itself. Its arms, if they were arms, upraised. It turned and saw them just as the lightning died. For a moment all was black, and when another bolt was towards the sight, the thing was gone. His men scrambled upward just as Lucas pitched forward into the arms of Jacqueline Seward. Now as they moved back towards the beacon of the open door, Vaimina stood waiting.
Take him into the sitting room. There's a fire going.
Over here, on the daybed.
How is he?
He'll be fine. He was just sleepwalking again.
You know, Jacqueline, I'd swear on the...
Jackie?
I'm here, Lucas.
Oh, Jacqueline. I was dreaming, I think. I remember hearing wolves howling. Something tall and dark with me. I remember I had red eyes. I seemed to leave my body. I went high into the air. It was like a dream, but not a dream. I saw John and Mina.
We're here, Lucas.
Mina, you're here after all. Then...
Lucas! There's marks on your throat. What?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a shaving incident. Stupid, really.
It looks almost like...
John, Mina, I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry that you had to see
Oh,
that.
no. It's fine. Nothing I like better than a brisk run in the rain.
You always had that sense of humor, John.
I seen him standing outside the ripper. I seen the
The
ripper.
what?
That's enough, Birdie. Bring those blankets over here.
Yes, ma'am, but I seen him. I did.
Here, Lucas. These will help to keep you warm.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm so cold.
You may go now, Birdie. Thank you.
Ain't we gonna do something about
The Ripper? Yes, I suggest that you keep your bedroom door locked.
You don't have to believe me, ma'am, but I brought your newspaper down. Here, you should read what they're saying. It's the Ripper, sir.
I've read it. Thank you, Birdie.
All right then, but I'm sleeping with a Bible under me pillow tonight. Good night, all.
Good night, Birdie.
Good night. The Ripper?
Birdie's been reading about the murders in Whitechapel, and she's been imagining that
May I
that's...
see that newspaper?
Certainly. Here. Lucas has fallen asleep. Come, we'll sit over here.
Jacqueline, did you read this story?
Oh, yes.
Well, read it, John.
This morning, Whitby police discovered another dead woman. Another dead woman?
This is the second one. Read on.
Another dead woman on East Cliff.
East Cliff. Well, that's where Lucas was.
Exactly. Read on, John.
Okay, no identification, presumed to be...
Go down to where it says cause of death.
Here it is. Cause of death. The victim's throat had...
Go on, John.
Yes, go on, John.
The victim's throat had been torn from ear to ear, and the body completely drained of blood.
Oh!
Wolves?
Dogs, not wolves. Dogs.
I know. But when we were out there, it certainly sounded like wolves. They could have attacked that woman.
The article says that there was no blood anywhere on the ground. Did you read that? No blood in the body, but no blood anywhere else. Dogs or wolves or whatever, there should have been pools, gouts of blood.
True enough.
And that's why Birdie and her friends blame it on the Ripper. They think he's some kind of ghost who can be in both places at once, London and Whitby, stealing blood.
That does sound something like the murders in London.
Could be someone imitating the London murders, perhaps draining the blood with a transfusion kit.
Why?
I don't know. But enough of this. Just blind superstition and nothing to do with us. We'll simply have to be more careful until the authorities sort it all out. Care for some wine, John? Mina?
Yes, thank you, Jacqueline.
Please.
I'll get it.
Well, in any case, we'd best keep a close watch out for Lucas, eh? Tonight on that cliff, I could have sworn I saw... Mina?
What is it?
A bat! A huge bat beating its wings against the window pane!
A bat?
Red eyes!
Well, it's gone now. Must have come over from Carfax.
Good evening. I am Dracula. I pray you will forgive this intrusion, but no one answered my knock, and your outward door was open.
That's odd. I shall have to...
It is closed now and locked.
I'm sorry. You startled us.
Dr. Seward, we've been neighbors for some time, and I regret I've not made a formal visit until now. I've been busy putting my own house in order.
Oh, Count, I've
I'm
been meaning
pleased to see you again, Mr. Harker, but not surprised. During your stay in Transylvania, you spoke of your friendship with Dr. Seward.
I did?
Pity you left so suddenly. I had such plans for you.
Please, Count?
Yes.
Count, allow me to welcome you to my...
If you do not mind, Doctor, I will not accept your extended hand. I dislike being touched. peculiarity of my culture.
Well, I didn't mean to offend.
No, I'm sure you did not. Yeah, you are Mina. Forgive me, I'm too familiar.
No, not at all.
Your husband spoke of you often and showed me your picture. And so you see, I feel that I know you intimately. You're very lovely. I hope that we may get to know each other better.
Thank you. Yes.
And this is my fiance, Lucas Westerner.
Yes. You've been ill. You're feeling better now?
Better now. Yes. Thank you.
Your pain will end very soon.
You're satisfied with Carfax then, Count?
Very much. It reminds me of my homeland, and I find it admirable for my purposes.
Here, have a glass of wine with us.
I do not drink wine. Please forgive me. It was most clumsy of me. I've caused you to spill your wine.
It's nothing.
I'm comforted, then, that the wine holds no significance. My behavior is unexcusable. I should not have seized your wrist.
It startled me, that's all. I
too was startled at the sight of your wrist and the blood.
Oh, yes, an incident earlier this evening.
You must be careful, Dr. Seward, how you spill your blood. It is more dangerous than you know. Please, forgive me.
Of course.
The vessel?
I have a dozen more just like it.
I can provide a much stronger vessel for your wine.
That won't be necessary. It's...
Yeah! Listen to them! The children of the night, what music they make!
Music?
Music of the heart. Listen, listen! In my country, we have a long tradition of battle and conquest. There's death and violence in our blood, and we dance to the songs of our brother the wolf.
What a marvelous heritage you have, Count. The history, the traditions, the superstitions.
Superstitions? Yes. The trinkets and incantations of thin-blooded peasants. That is why I've come here, to be a part of this rich-blooded England. In my own country, I was master, and I will be master again. Now, I must go. The night is young, and I have much work to do.
Count, before you leave, I must speak with you
Soon.
regarding the ad.
For now, my new home has many rooms, and I must make certain preparations. But we will all soon be together again at Carfax.
Oh, must you go?
She'll be back, Lucas. Won't you, Count?
Before you know it. And now, good night.
I'll show you to the front door.
Please, do not trouble yourself. I know the way. I bid you all a peaceful night's rest.
What a strange and fascinating woman.
The allure of a foreign prince.
Oh, but her hands! So cold.
Yes, it is a bit chilly out. Well, it's late. Lucas? Lucas?
Oh, sorry. Dreaming, I guess. What were you saying?
I was saying that it's late. Shall we retire to our rooms?
Good idea. There are much better places for dreaming.
Oh, really, John?
Late as that night, Mina Harker lay in bed, unable to sleep, staring into the blackness above. And then she heard it. A voice, only as a wind. Lighting a candle, Mina slipped from her bed, out of her room and down the hall, following the mysterious sound. There was a chill in the hallway and a strong draft that quickly extinguished the flame of Mina's candle. Rounding the corner, she was surprised to find the door to Lucas's room standing open. She entered and... Lucas stood at the window, the curtains dancing violently to the wild rhythm of the wind.
Lucas? Lucas! John! Jacqueline! Help me!
What is it? What?
Mina?
John, I can't close the window! He's still asleep.
Sleepwalking again.
The bed. Get him to the bed.
Lucas? Lucas!
Let him sleep, Jacqueline, please.
Yes. Of course, you're right.
Begging your pardon, ma'am.
Oh!
No harm meant, missus. I heard your voices in here and...
Can this wait, Williams?
Well, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Let's step out into the hall then. Excuse me, John, Mina.
Of course.
Now, what is it, Williams?
It's Renfield, ma'am. You remember she caught a sparrow? Well, I ain't seen nothing like it. By midnight, she caught 5 more little blighters into her cell.
I hardly think that...
Strangest thing I've ever seen. She caught them too easy, like they'd been sent to her. She tied them all to a bedpost with little bits of twine and set to feeding them on spiders. I come back later, and the sparrows was gone, all of them.
She's turned them loose.
No, ma'am. She ate them raw, feathers and all.
What?
Ew, makes my skin crawl.
Keeping rather late hours, aren't you, Doctor?
Renfield.
Look out now.
He thinks I would hurt you. Fancy me hurting you, fool.
You've had a change of heart then?
Oh, your wrist. Yes, an accident. I wasn't myself.
Oh, yeah? Well, who was ya then?
Who was I? Who was I? Who was I? I was and am the voice of one crying in the wilderness. Among you stand of whom you do not know.
Jacqueline, we wondered if... Oh.
Jacqueline, what's
Ah,
going
good
on?
evening. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Renfield, and you are.
Mina Harker. This is my husband, Jonathan.
Perhaps we'd better close this door.
Thank you, John.
The doctor and I have been discussing theology. I was just...
You were just leaving. Williams.
Yes, ma'am. Right, ma'am. Come along now.
Well, I'd best be going. Delighted to have met you both.
Yes. You as well.
We'll speak again, Doctor. Come along, Williams.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, here now. Slow down. I'm for one of the keys.
Is it always this exciting here, Jacqueline?
I'm sorry, John. Mina,
Why don't you both go back to bed? I'll stay with Lucas.
Mina, I can't ask you to...
You didn't ask me. Besides, I couldn't possibly sleep now. Please, Jacqueline.
Very well. Van Helsing should be here shortly after sunrise. I hope he can help him. Well, thank you, Mina. Good night. Good night, John.
Good night, Jacqueline.
Come into Lucas's room with me, John.
I'll stay with you. I can help.
Nonsense. You've been ill and need your sleep.
So, where will you
I'll
sleep?
sit here. It's a nice, comfortable chair, and I can use the lamp to read by.
Well,
I'll
we'd
be
fine.
fine. There's wine on the sideboard. Would you pour me a glass, please?
Certainly.
John, I didn't want to say anything in front of Jacqueline, but when I first entered Lucas's room, there was something in the window. I only saw it for a moment, but...
That bat again.
You'll laugh at me, but I'd swear that standing outside the window was Count Dracula.
Mina, we are on the upper floor of a cliff, looking out over the harbor. It's not very likely that Count
of course
Dracula...
not. I know. It couldn't have been. You go on to bed, John. I'll sit here and read.
Your wine glass.
Thank you. Oops.
Caught
Sorry.
it.
Oh, I spilled some wine.
Only a bit, no harm done. Wouldn't want another wine glass broken, eh? Well, good night, Mina. See you in the morning. In an hour or two.
Good night, John. Lucas? Did you say something? Oh, still asleep. Of course. Silly. Only the wind, then.
You're sleeping, Mina.
Yes. Of course. Of course. Only the wind. The wind. The wind.
After this short break from your local station, we will return to the WSE production of Dracula. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second act of tonight's performance. I'd like to take a moment to bring Professor Lovecraft back to the microphone. Hello again, Professor. So, what do you think of tonight's show so far?
Wonderful. Very inspirational.
Van Helsing is quite the character, isn't he?
Van Helsing? Oh, yes, very.
Sir, we've seen some amazing advancements and products Happy Guy Atomics has provided the public. But can you give us a hint into what the future might hold?
Well, Andrew, I'm usually the one that fulfills prophecies, not makes them. But I can give you a taste of what is coming. The power of the inter-universe is just being scratched. Its limitless energy can do things that seem almost magical. Imagine teleportation, weather control, and the health benefits alone. Our nation's blood banks will be full as the life-giving substance will, figuratively, rain from the sky.
Very exciting. And if I say, a perfect lead into the second act of tonight's show. Thank you, Professor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we return to Dracula.
You are my master. I shall do whatsoever you command. I shall follow wherever so you go.
And you shall be hated by all for my name's sake. Brother will deliver brother to me. The father, his child, and children will rise against parents and put them to death.
The blood is the life.
I come not to bring peace, but to spill blood.
The blood is the life.
Believe in me, and you shall never truly die, for you shall possess the secret of eternal life.
Life, life. The blood is the life. The blood is the life. The blood is the life.
And so that's the situation, Professor. His room is upstairs here.
It's good. I must see him at once.
Do you think you might provide a diagnosis?
Yes, I'm afraid that I might.
I beg your pardon?
Which room is it?
Here. Lucas? Lucas, are you up? Hello? Lucas? Mina?
Try the knob.
Lucas?
Mina?
Oh, John. I've had such a strange dream. Oh, who's that man?
Professor Van Helsing. He arrived just this morning.
How is he, Professor?
He is bad, I'm afraid.
How bad?
Very bad.
He's so pale, I don't understand. Just yesterday he...
Look here, on his throat. What do you see?
A wound of some sort of a bite?
Yes, not fresh, but freshly opened. Shh, he stirs.
Jackie?
I'm here, darling, I'm here.
Jackie,
Professor, we must do something. He's gotten so much worse. Overnight, he just...
Jackie, come. Jackie, into my arms. Come. Come and kiss me.
No, stay back. Not for your living soul.
You are Van Helsing, right?
I am.
Please, while I can, I must tell you something.
I know, my child.
What was I? How could I?
It is a powerful seduction, little one. You will know absolution.
Van Helsing, what in the world are you talking about? We're wasting time. We must...
Please, please, guard her and give me peace.
I swear it, my child.
Oh, Jackie, if only we...
It is over.
What?
Jacqueline. He's dead.
The certificate listed blood disease as the cause of Lucas's death. It was at least a part of the truth. The rest would not be easily told nor easily believed. A week passed and I realized I could keep this secret no longer.
Professor, you've been gone all day.
Yes, I had investigations to make before the sunset.
We were afraid you'd miss dinner.
How is Jacqueline?
Better this evening.
Is good. Now, friend John, all must follow an order. Tell me of this Count Dracula.
Not much to tell. A nobleman, eccentric, wealthy. That you already know of course. The rest is
Yes,
sort of...
you have repressed some trauma. Amnesia. Friend John, we must know what occurred during your stay in Transylvania. Would you submit to an experiment?
Experiment?
We must have the knowledge that is locked away somewhere deep in your memory, and we may bring it out with hypnosis.
Hypnosis? You're saying we could bring back Mina?
Behind the curtain!
Renfield?
Ah, good evening. You know me. Do I know you? Oh, wait. You are Van Helsing, are you not?
I am.
Oh, this is indeed an honor. Of course, I've read your books. All of them. They're quoting you now in the Whitechapel business, aren't they? I've done some writing in that vein myself. I employ a non de plume, of course, that pays tribute to our host, Dr. Seward. Here's a passage I'm proud of. You will soon hear from me in my funny little games. Out of context, of course. Well, no matter. I've always wanted to ask you, of course. There's always time for that later. For now, I have come to pay my respects to Dr. Seward upon the death of her betrothed.
How did you know about Lucas's death?
And Dr. Seward's plan to marry?
I am but mad northwest. When a woman is so loved as our host, everything regarding her of interest is in our little community. Rumors fly, as do visitors.
Professor?
Hold a moment, friend John. There's more here than meets the eye.
Actually, the rumors do not fly so much as they stay in the rooms. The rumor is that rumors do not fly. The rumors remain ruminating in rooms, spreading rumors of flies. And as for the death of, Lucas, was it? As for the death of Lucas,
Renfield!
Dr. Seward, I knew you'd come. We're playing at horoscopes. You are Capricorn, are you not?
Doctor, I can't find her any. There you are.
Oh, I know you.
Oh, you do, eh?
Yes, excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
No such thing.
Then I would use so honest a man.
Honestly, what is she babbling on about?
Hi, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
Take Miss Renfield back to her room and see to it that she does not leave again.
I got her door double locked. I don't know how she keeps getting out.
Fallen angel rolls away the stone.
There you have it then. My mistake. I never thought of angels. Come along now, I'll give you something to eat.
I'm not hungry.
Well, there's a surprise. Probably been emptying the mouse traps again.
Ignore that reference, Mrs. Hawker. It relates to my past. I'm done with all that now.
On the contrary, Williams tells me that you've begun again, Renfield, collecting flies and spiders.
What do you expect from a person like that? Working class? The man might easily misinterpret any small gesture. Do you see, Mrs. Hawker, what I must put up with from the help? It all stems from a simple misunderstanding. I once fancied that, by consuming a multitude of living things, one might indefinitely prolong life. Relying, of course, upon the scriptural phrase, "For the blood is the life."
Deuteronomy 12:23.
Well, yes, quite right.
The passage is most instructive in its entirety. Only be sure that thou eat not the blood, for the blood is the life, and thou mayest not eat the life with the flesh. But what about the souls of your victims, Miss Renfield?
I don't want any souls.
Thousands of them, all around you. Flies and spiders and birds. You have taken their lives.
No!
You must feed their souls. Take your hands away from your ears and listen to me, Miss Renfield.
Flies! I don't want flies or spiders. What's the use of them? There isn't enough in them to eat
Or drink.
Or the blood is the life. The blood is the life. The blood is the life. The blood is
Genesis
the life.
9:4. With flesh, with life thereof shall ye not eat.
The blood is the life.
Leviticus 17. If any man
The blood is
drinks
the
blood,
life.
I
The
will
blood is
set
the
my
life.
face against him and
The blood
cut
is
him
the
off
life.
from his
The blood is
people.
the-
The blood is the life.
The blood is the life.
Deuteronomy
The blood is the life.
18:23.
The blood
Only
is
be
the
sure
life.
that
The
thou
blood
do
is
not
the
drink the
life.
blood, for the blood is the life,
The
and
blood
thou
is the
shalt
life.
not drink
The blood
it.
is the life. To hell with you and your souls! I don't want any souls. I won't take them. I want only the blood. I want life. Keep your souls.
I hope you are able to keep your own soul, Miss Renfield. And as a Bible verse, confess yourself to heaven, repent what is past, avoid what is to come.
I do repent, but heaven hath pleased so to punish me with this, and this with me, that I must be their scourge and minister. Please, take me away from here. dismiss me, turn me out, free me, or if not, take me to another asylum on the other side of running water.
On the other side of...
Anywhere but here. Please, I must leave quickly, and so must you, all of you, run. Release the others, now, tonight. Burn this place to the ground and say prayers over it. Bury the ashes, turn your backs on it, walk away, run away. Don't look back. Run as you've never run before it's too late! Oh, don't you see? It's him! It's her!
Look! Out the window, a bat!
No, I won't tell! I wasn't going to betray you!
Van Helsing!
Does the bat frighten you, Miss Renfield?
She'll kill me. She doesn't need me anymore. If you can't save my soul, save your own. You must believe me. You must trust me. Oh, God, help me. Why should you? Why should you? It's insane. It's insane. Why should you?
Take Miss Renfield back to her room.
Yes, ma'am, but I ain't fool enough to promise she'll stay there.
Please, Miss Renfield, Dr. Seward will see that no harm comes to you. We want to help you. Really, we do, if you'll let us.
The harm has already been done, dear lady. My personal loss is the least of it.
Let's get along with it now.
I can hardly blame you for doubting the word of a lunatic. However, please do the justice of bearing in mind that I tried to convince you tonight. Mrs. Harker, you have been very kind to me. My prayers will be with you.
And mine with you, Miss Renfield.
Come on now.
The poor woman.
It is most important that she be heavily guarded.
Professor, I don't believe she'd harm us.
I have not suggested that she would. Friend John, are you ready to proceed with our experiment?
You mean the hypnosis? Now?
Yes, just after dinner. We have even less time than I thought. But for now, we eat hearty, yeah? We have much ahead of us, and it would be best on a full stomach.
An excellent meal, Bertie.
Yes, it was
Thank you, sir.
Would anyone care for wine?
Perhaps later. There's work to do in little time.
Very well. Thank you, Bertie. You may go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Jean, you remain seated. Friend Jacqueline, please bring me that candle from the bookcase.
John, what?
Hypnosis, Mina. Van Helsing's going to hypnotize me.
Van Helsing wants to see if John can remember his time in Transylvania.
Is it dangerous?
No, perfectly safe.
It is a tool of science and medicine. We may accomplish what appears to be miracles, even cure diseases.
Where do you want this candle?
Here, on the table in front of John. Light it, please.
There.
Madame Mina, turn down the gas, please. We must have darkness to facilitate the trance. Ah, yes, good. We begin. Sean, you will look into the flame as the candle. Now, Jonathan, stare deeply into the light, deeply. Concentrate on the light, only the light, nowhere but the light. Deeply, relax. Feel a wave of sleep come over your body. It begins in your feet and washes slowly, slowly over your body. It washes in like the tide, and you feel it moving upward, cradling you, embracing you. Stare deeply into the light, deeper, deeper. Your eyes burn with the light, but you cannot look away. Your eyelids grow heavy. They are closing, closing. They are closed, but you still see the light, and you still hear my voice. I will count backwards from 5, and with each number, you will drift deeper and deeper to sleep. 5, 4, deeper. 3, 2, 1. You are in the deepest sleep, deeply asleep. And now we go back to your time in Transylvania. Back. Remember!
I'm a prisoner. The wolves guard the gate. Her room is locked. I see her, but only in the evening. And then one night, I can't sleep. I see her through my window. She's climbing down the stone wall of the castle. Slowly, like a lizard. Look, down there, in the courtyard, a woman, she screams, "Monster! Give me back my child, monster!" Suddenly the courtyard is filled with wolves. There must be hundreds of them. Oh God, it's horrible. She screams, and then they're gone. It's so still.
Mama?
And then I hear the child in the castle, in her room, crying.
Mama! Mama! Mama!
What time is it? Have I slept? The moonlight is streaming through my window, and 3 young women approach me. How did they get in my room? The door was locked. How did they... Their gowns blow in the night wind. The pale yellow moonlight passes through the fabric, and I can see their bodies beneath. And the moonlight passes through their bodies. No shadows. They have no shadows. They laugh. They laugh. It's silvery musical laughter. They come to my bed, and I feel their lips on my throat. I can't move. Their teeth, they're so sharp, and she bursts into my room, and she comes for me. Red eyes. I awaken. Have I slept? The sun is risen. I run into her room and force the door open. The room is bare. A coffin, the only furniture. So I lift the lid, and within, Dracula! Gouts of blood trickle from the corners of her mouth, over her chin and neck. The whole awful creature, swollen, engorged, bursting and bloated with blood. Suddenly her eyes are open. Red eyes! She sees me, I'm sure of it. But her stare is dead. Not dead. Those red eyes. I must escape. Out the window, they follow me. Those red eyes. They follow. Down the stone wall. Red eyes. He's coming for me. She's coming for all of us. She's coming. Oh God. Monster.
We will return to the WSC production of Dracula right after these words from our sponsor.
Mommy? Daddy? Mommy?
Honey, your child is awake again.
Our child, dear. She's been so afraid at night lately. I'll go see what's the matter this time.
Mommy! Daddy!
Shh, darling. Did you get scared again?
There's a boogeyman in the closet.
There, sweetie. Did you actually see the boogeyman?
I don't know. Boogeymen are very crafty.
Don't worry. Your daddy will check the closet. Howard, could you come check our daughter's closet for monsters?
I could do better than that. Look what I bought today.
Why, it's the Happy Guy Eternal Slumber Atomic Nightlight.
Henderson from the lodge recommended it after I told him about our little darling's nightly interruptions. He said that his son had trouble sleeping, but now that they've got this little beauty, Bobby sleeps like the dead. Let's plug it in. There.
I don't know, Howard. That green glow isn't so much soothing as ominous. And that chanting is that even English?
I'm no language expert, but I'd say it's Sumerian. I'm told it's the most soothing of the ancient languages. And that green hue is scientifically proven by Professor Lovecraft to come from only the healthiest part of the subatomic world. That's the shining glow of the future, darling. Only the best for our daughter. Look, she's asleep already.
Aw, she is. Look at the sweet little thing. She's even talking in her sleep.
I prefer portal. Kuma perut minianium. Inaterus disponiter.
Is she speaking Latin?
Well, we did say we wanted her to learn another language. And no more boogeyman. Thank you, darling.
Don't thank me. Thank the professor and Happy Guy.
Happy Guy Atomic Products. Show the boogeyman who's boss. Your child will never sleep deeper. Side effects may include extreme neck rotation, pupil glow, and uncontrollable hovering. Any rumor of child possession, extra-dimensional portals, or mentions of the Ancient Ones will be met with immediate legal action. Happy Guy Atomic Products. The future is coming. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we give you the conclusion of Dracula!
Under hypnosis, Jonathan Harker had remembered his stay in Transylvania. And now we knew Count Dracula was a vampire.
This is the most ridiculous... A vampire? Why not a pixie or a leprechaun? Van Helsing, surely you cannot believe...
You believe? Do you not, friend John?
How could I not? I remember it, all of it. My lord, how could I forget
John.
such a...
It is clear to me now. He rests here at Carfax and does the bulk of his evil in London. Very clever. In this way, he attracts little attention. Here's a place where he sleeps.
Van Helsing, surely you can't expect us to...
Yeah, excuse me, Dr. Seward, ma'am. Your newspaper?
Thank you, Birdie. I'll take it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Friend Jacqueline, you were saying?
I was saying that you can't expect us to
The
be...
gentleman in white.
What?
Here, in the newspaper. The gentleman in white.
Quickly, I must see.
What is it, Professor?
Missing children here on Hampstead Heath. So soon. Here, John, read.
Officials report children missing at night. Found the following morning with small puncture wounds on their throats.
Lucas had marks on his throat.
Yes, he did.
Such as might be made by an animal.
Blind. Oh, we are so blind.
And the police of this division have been instructed to keep a sharp eye out for any stray animals that might
Enough.
make these...
Thank you, friend John. Now, make note. Wounds on the throat of the children, wounds on the throat of Mr. Lucas.
He'd been ill for months. Those marks were fresh.
No, freshly opened. The marks on the throats of the children
Could have been made by...
were made by Mr. Lucas.
Lucas is dead.
Professor.
You mean like those women in Transylvania? Lucas has
Is
been
dead.
bitten by...
Lucas is...
Dead? No, my child. But we may have hope. Destroy Count Dracula and the dear Mr. Lucas will be freed from her curse. Then he will be truly dead. If not, he will walk with her for centuries, undead among the living.
Lucas is dead.
Or, if we may find the vampire's coffin, she will have no refuge with the coming of dawn and will die in the rays of the morning sun. But it will be very difficult to find this coffin, for it will be well hidden.
You're saying we must go to Carfax?
Yes.
We might never find her coffin, Professor. Is there no other way to give Lucas peace?
There is.
How?
Lucas is...
By going into his crypt and driving a wooden stake through his heart.
Dear God.
Jacqueline?
Get out.
Please. This is difficult also for me because you are my friends.
Then I
and
shall make it easier for you. We are friends no longer. You have 10 minutes, Van Helsing, to leave my home.
My poor Jacqueline.
Could you be mistaken? Perhaps she's
There's no mistake.
sick
I need your help. Both of you.
Oh, Professor,
If we are to give peace to the dear Mr. Lucas, we must go to his crypt. I would have both of you by my side so that you may see him as he returns just before the dawn. Then I believe I may do my work with your blessing. Please, come with me.
Mina?
Oh, John, it seems so horrible. But I trust the professor. Lucas was my friend. I can't bear to think of him like that.
We'll be ready in 10 minutes.
10 minutes is good, because that is all the time I have been given. Saddened by the hurt I'd caused my dear friend Jacqueline Seward, I moved down the hall to my room and began to pack my belongings. Suddenly, I became aware of a chill in the room. I turned to see a strange green vapor seeping in through the crack between window and casement. As I watched, the mist took form.
I've come for you, Van Helsing. You cannot be allowed to live.
Come not one step closer, monster. With the protection of this crucifix, I will live at least to this meeting.
Idolater, you merely prolong the agony. Look into my eyes. Look and see the face of death.
No, I cannot.
Professor?
We heard something
Dracula!
John, there on the floor, my crucifix. Hold it high where she can see.
Superstitious fools! Do you truly think to defeat me? My revenge has just begun. I spread it over centuries, and time is on my side. I have your precious Mr. Lucas. You held him in the sunlight, and I took him in the darkness. He is mine, and I soon shall have you all.
John, in that drawer, my gun, throw it to me!
Do you truly think to stop me with bullets? I cannot be stopped. He who would have been your mortal groom has instead become the bride of Dracula through eternity.
A bat! She's turned into a bat!
Look out!
The window! Where is she?
There, up there!
You waste your bullets, my friend.
She's gone.
I hit her. I know I hit her.
Now do you believe, my child?
Van Helsing, she turned into a bat. A bat! I saw her!
She assumes many forms.
She killed Lucas. Night after night. While we slept, she was...
Yes. I'm sorry.
You knew?
I feared. I recognized the symptoms in Mr. Lucas from your letters. I hoped to protect him before he could become as she is. I was too late.
Her victims come back?
Yes.
Well, then Lucas, he is...
The gentleman invite.
Professor, the door! Someone's trying to...
Renfield!
Look at her face. She's been beaten horribly.
Is she...
She lives yet.
Though it is a miracle that she does. Mina, my medical bag, over there on the desk.
Fractured skull.
Internal bleeding, I think.
See here.
Rib cage is crushed.
Your bag, Jacqueline.
Not much I can do here. An injection, stop some of the pain.
Van Helsing,
Shh, don't talk.
She must talk.
I'm so thirsty.
John, Vine.
Blood on my hands. Look, so much blood. The blood is the life. The blood. Have I lost my blood?
Here it is.
Thank you, John. Here, Miss Renfield.
What is it? What?
Wine.
Oh my blood. Oh my. Quickly, before I die, I must. It was weeks ago. Master was at my window, a pillar of fire, a turning cloud, laughing in the moonlight, sharp white teeth, red eyes. She promised me things if I would ever let her in. She promised to make me immortal. She promised me lives. And she called to them, and they came. Flies, glistening with steel and sapphire. And moths in the night with skulls and crossbones.
The death's head moth.
And then she whispered, rats. I will give you rats. And everyone a life. With a wave of her hand, the rats came tumbling. Rats, as far as the eye could see. Rats. Great rats. Small rats. Lean rats.
And you let her in?
Brawny rats. Brown rats. Black rats.
Miss Renfield!
Gray rats. Tawny rats.
Did you invite her in, Miss Renfield?
Yes. Yes, I let her in. God help me, I let her in.
A vampire may not enter a house unless invited from within.
She came through the barred window. I thought it a splendid trick. A splendid...
She would require Renfield's help in traveling to London.
She took me with her over the rooftops. I saw it all. I was that certain scribe, and I promised to follow.
A vampire cannot cross running water, you see. She would need a mortal agent to transport her over rivers and streams. In this way, the vampire of Carfax is the Ripper of Whitechapel.
I saw it. Wrote it down. Boasted as if the deeds were mine. I gave the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? But I didn't think of the souls. I shall have to answer for the souls now. Shan't I, Doctor? They're all around me now.
No, they're gone, Miss Renfield. They're all gone.
Gone to heaven?
Yes, Miss Renfield. Gone to heaven.
Gone to heaven. Gone. Van Helsing!
I'm here.
She's taking her life, Van Helsing. Taking her life. I have smelled her. The mingling of blood.
Lucas, she means Lucas.
No, you don't. I tried to stop her tonight. Madmen, you know, possess unnatural strength. I'm mad, but you see, but Jacob held an angel. Surely I could hold a devil. I couldn't let her have her. No more. I would stop her. I would take her life, her blood. Red eyes! They burn through me. She beat me and Mrs. Harker!
I'm here, Miss Renfield.
Oh, my dear. Take care, please. Please, take care. Van Helsing, it is she. She has Mrs. Harker.
What? What is she talking about?
You must save her.
What is she talking
Find
about?
her.
What are
Find
you saying?
her.
It's a lie.
She was kind to me.
You're lying.
Find her.
Van Helsing,
Destroy
she's
her.
lying to
Van
you.
Helsing,
She's
destroy
mad.
her.
We all know she's
she
mad.
destroys her. Van Helsing, but promise me.
Promise, Miss Renfield.
I would join you now, but just now I set my birds free. My poor little birds.
She's dead.
Van Helsing, what she said about Mina, I mean she had
Madam
to be...
Mina, the scarf around your neck. Remove it, please.
My scar?
Please.
I can't.
Allow me.
No!
Fang marks.
Mina, no!
I felt compelled to cover them. Oh, John!
Under her spell.
Professor, save her, please!
Now there's no choice. We must find the vampire's coffin. If we destroy it, she will have no sanctuary from the sunlight and she will die.
And Mina?
Madame Mina will be free of the vampire's curse, as will the dear Mr. Lucas, who will then rest in peace.
I'm like her now. A devil. Like her.
Not so. We can stop her before the evil is complete.
It's not too late?
It is not too late.
And if I die now? before she is destroyed.
Then you become as she has become.
And if that happens, you must promise that you will.
Yes, I promise. Friend John, my bag.
Here it is.
Here, take these.
Sharpened stakes.
And hammers.
Sledges. Short-handled sledges.
And these.
Crucifixes.
Take some. Jean, Jacques, Madame Mina.
Ah!
Oh my God!
The crucifix, it's burned into her flesh like a bread.
She is in her blood.
Unclean!
I should have thought. The mark is the
You
beast.
see, even God rejects me.
Not so. He provides a warning and a symbol of our quest.
We'll dress the burner. I'll get
It won't heal. It will never heal.
Madame Mina, there will be many years ahead for you and friend John. Many years. This I promise. Come, light your lamps. We have much work ahead. Be swift, for this night is different from all other nights. This night we destroy the vampire. Quickly, to Carfax.
Van Helsing, look at this place. Cobwebs, dust. How could anyone possibly live here?
The vampire does not live, my child. Not as we know it. It cares not for elaborate surroundings. We begin our search.
It might go more quickly if we split up.
Yes, but keep your protections ready. We will meet back here in a quarter hour. If nothing has been found, then we search the grounds and outbuildings. Friend John, Madame Mina takes the top floor up those stairs.
Very well, Professor. Come, Mina.
Be careful, Professor. Jacqueline.
We'll meet you back here in 15 minutes.
Jacqueline, you go that way. I will search the catacombs below. Be watchful, Jacqueline, for this night and the vampire walks.
Take care, Van Helsing. Who is that? Mina, is that you? Huh. Must be imagining things.
Jackie.
Who is it? Who's calling me? Show yourself!
Jackie,
Oh no.
are you surprised to see me?
You're dead.
No.
We buried you. You're dead!
You're frightening me, Jackie.
Lucas, I want so badly to believe No. No. You're dead. You are dead. You're dead. You're
Don't
dead!
deny me, Jackie. I've traveled a long way to find you. A long and difficult way. Don't turn away. Look at me, Jacqueline. You see? I'm here. I'm truly here. Don't you love me, Jackie? Don't you love me, Jackie?
Forever.
Then come with me forever. Come, and we can rest together. We would have been together in life. Let us now be together in death.
Yes. Together. For always.
Together. 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 Jacqueline!
Oh, my lord! It's Lucas!
What? Oh no!
Use your crucifixes. Drive it back into the corner.
Look out!
Careful.
Back! Drive him back!
Now hold him, both of you. The stake must pierce the heart with the first blow. Answer me now, friend Jacqueline, let him out to proceed.
Yes, please, for the love of God, Professor, do it now!
Jackie. Oh, Jackie. My love.
It is over. Finally, he is at peace.
Mina knew. Somehow Mina knew. She told me Jacqueline was in trouble, and she knew about Lucas.
It is a power. There's a vampire that taints her blood, causing her to... Where's Madame Mina?
Upstairs, she's safe. She has the crucifix in your bag.
No! You should never have left her. Come, quickly!
John? Is that you? Professor? Jacqueline?
Mina.
What's that in the corner? What? A coffin. It's opening!
Good evening, my dear. How good of you to come. There are many guests in my home this night, but for the moment, I have you all to myself.
Kill me then, and get it over with!
Kill you? No. I leave that to your husband. You will be forced to join the others in destroying the one they love. Can you not imagine how it will feel as the oaken stake seeks your heart?
Please, please!
Oh, please, please, do not plead with me. I must survive. Do you curse the hawk when she kills the dove? It is in her nature.
You murdered Lucas!
I gave him eternal life. They took that life. You sent them to do it.
Lucas died! You created an obscene thing in his image!
Who are you to judge the quality of life? He would have spent an eternity at my side. He would have seen empires rise and fall, remained young and beautiful long after you and your kind turned to dust. He would have been a welcome companion through the centuries, but now he is gone. And your fate will be my revenge!
No!
Come to me, Mina.
No! No!
I died, and behold, I live eternally. And I hold the keys of death and the keys of hell. Mina, come to me.
No, please!
Mina?
Do not struggle, accept.
Mina! Mina, open the door! Let us in!
Come
Let us
to
in,
me.
Mina!
Break down the door!
Come, Mina!
Monster!
There's no escape. Count you out. Judgment is come.
Rats, there's rats coming out of the walls! And the floors!
There must be hundreds of them!
John, quickly, throw your lamp into a coffin. You have no refuge, Count. This coffin is on fire. Jacqueline, that window caked with dust. It is morning. The sun rises. Throw that chair through the window.
This is for Lucas! Die, monster, die! The sun!
The rats. The rats are gone.
And Dracula. Nothing left of her but dust.
Yes. Now even she has peace.
John!
And John, the marks of the beast. Behold.
They're gone. Mina, the fang marks. The burn, they're gone.
Our work here is done. Quickly now. We must leave before the building comes down around us. At last, Dracula is truly dead. Madame Mina is purified. And so, says our story. And as we watched Carfax fall to the flames, we realized that none would believe. Even now you do not believe. You shut your civilized mind to such testimonies as these. But do you not still avoid the breaking of mirrors? Do you not sit late at night in the darkness, away from the windows, your chair pushed to the wall, listening to things in the night? Would you spend a night alone in a graveyard? I think not. What frightens you most? Being alone in the darkness? Or fearing that you are not alone? Beware tonight, my friends, for it is dark without, and the shadows hide many things. Lock well your doors. Keep your eyes fixed over your shoulder. Be watchful even as you lie in the darkness of your bed tonight. And listen, shh, listen. For in the shadows just beyond possibility, hiding, watching, waiting, lurks the vampire.
You have been listening to the WSE production of Dracula, a radio play written by Philip Grecian based on the novel by Bram Stoker. Commercials written by Happy Guy Atomic Products. A special thanks to you, Professor Lovecraft. We hope to hear from you again soon.
Oh, at this point, Andrew, I'm afraid that is inevitable.
We hope you enjoyed the show. Tune in again in 2 weeks' time when the WSC players perform May Shelley's Frankenstein. Good night and pleasant dreams.